Hi, this is Dr. Luis Anderson. Using 3DSF module with a redesigned icon, we're going to analyze this patient CT. We're going to start by selecting the reorientation method and select Frankfurt horizontal. We have to start with the nasion, that is the most anterior point of the front nasal. Actually, we're going to do some landmarks, and we are going to click OK in this reorientation window. And here it says adjust reorientation or orientation. We're going to click OK. Now we're going to place cell at one of the most important landmarks, and actually it represents the midpoint of the pituitary fossa. Now we're going to select or place the A landmark that goes actually in the cortical, right in the border of the apex section of the cortical plate. Then we're going to select the inferior central incisor. Actually the B point goes in the also in the apex section, the right horizontal line, and also in the border of the cortical plate. As you can visually perceive here, we're going to continue by pressing display, and now we can visualize and visually perceive here the group of landmarks that we already placed. Here in the fine-tuning bar we can adjust the density values, and actually here we add one opacity so we can differentiate the anatomical regions that we can visually perceive. We're gonna select chart from task toolbar, and it automatically pops up this window, and actually it's the doctor's choice analysis. We're gonna press first the SNA. We can visualize here that it has an 86.77 degrees, and actually we know that is the position of the maxilla with respect to the base of the skull. Now we're gonna select SNB, and here we can visualize here that it has a 90.54 degrees. Now by pressing A and B, we can visualize here that it has a 3.77 degrees between the maxilla and the mandible. We can press A, press B, and see the difference, A, B, and A together. We can change the direction of this skull. And actually this is a patient of skeletal class 3 kind of patient, also with a mandibular prognathism and maxillary anterior dental compensation. We can visualize here A and B has a 3.77 degrees, 90.54 degrees in the SNB, and a 86.77 degrees in the SNA Steiner section. Now actually in this case we can visualize here that we select and try to explain some of these landmarks, and we can visualize here that this patient is in the need of an orthodontist. Now we have to remember that we have to save the project. We already assigned some name here: SNB, SNA, and ANB landmarks. And also we can export this kind of project by selecting Save as Text File or Save as Excel File. Thank you very much. This was Luis Anderson.